shortly, in about 5 minutes' time. And yes, the Tour de Cure cycling event is coming our way as well. One of the riders taking part is Jamie Sinclair. He's with us this morning. Jamie, good morning to you.
Good morning, Jeremy.
Now, whereabouts do we find you this morning?
We're in the slightly cloudy Mount Gambier this morning, just getting ready to depart.
Very good. So your route today brings you to Warrnambool.
That's right.
How far are you riding on average each day?
Averages out around about somewhere between about 130 and 140 kilometres a day, on average. Some are bigger than others.
So they're pretty decent days.
They are, and in fact today's our biggest, Jeremy. Today it's 212 kilometres.
Right.
Reasonably flat, we understand it, but we'll have plenty to contend with on the road. Just talking about logging trucks and things like that, so there'll be a few obstacles in our way, I'm sure.
Yes, and well, as anybody who rides a bike around this region will know as well, of course, the winds can either be your friend or your enemy. How's that been helping you or hindering you so far?
We might move on to the next question, Jeremy. It's been a pretty tough few days. In fact, the weather's been pretty unkind. Yesterday was pretty good. That said, the first few days out of Adelaide and through Dicker Harbour and Robe and Indy there were some pretty tough days just yet.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Now, look, I mean, this is quite obviously a very serious event in terms of rider ability and so on. That requires you to have, a pretty sort of high level, I guess, of fitness and ability to take part in something like this. What made you want to be a part of it, though, apart from the challenge, I guess? What else is it about this, the Tour de Cure, that's attracted you?
Oh, look, Jeremy, the challenge is certainly something, but it really is the secondary thing. The purpose and the cause that Tour de Cure represent are really why we're doing it. And I think I can speak confidently on behalf of all riders as well as the support crew when I say that. So that it really is about the cause. I suppose at a more personal level, my tour got a bit more close to home 6 or 7 weeks ago when my young nephew Ned, who lives in Ballarat, was diagnosed with a lymphoma. So as we're riding, Ned's sort of partway through chemotherapy and at this stage he's doing pretty well. So you don't have to look too far in most families to find a story like that, and we've certainly got ours.
Yeah, and it's one of those events where you all, or everybody that takes part, I think personally, is involved in fundraising as well. Is that right?
Oh, absolutely. It's a pretty big target. In fact, it's intimidating in some respects. The training required. So we all need to raise at least 12,000, and that doesn't happen. Just with us. There's usually a very big team of people behind all the riders. And that's no different for me either. But some of the riders have been just amazing in the amounts of money they've been able to raise. Some are at $50,000, $60,000 and $70,000. It's quite spectacular.
Right. Well, I see that you yourself are up, I think, around the $12,000 mark. So that's, in fact, no, you're up to about 14.5, I think. So that's
I'm hoping to hit 15 at least before the end of the tour, Jeremy. Right. So yeah, with a bit more help and a bit of tin rattling, I'm sure we'll get there.
Well, that's not a slouchy effort at all. Now,
no.
How big a deal is it as well with each town that you roll into? But what sort of reception do you get along the way with this ride?
Oh, amazing. This is the first tour that I've done, and I've got to say that's one of the things that just makes it so rewarding. On the way into town, on the way out of town, at the community dinners we do every night, the little balloons on the side of the road, the people waving $20 at us as we go by, it's quite a thing, I have to say, for all of us.
Yeah, and is everybody, holding up well and sort of maintaining the ride as it were?
As we speak, I've positioned myself in front of the rehab area. I can see people were getting rubbed down. So I think with my line of sight at the moment, overall it's been pretty good. We've got a marvellous support team. They are just superb. So they're keeping everyone on the bike. And so far so good. We're just over halfway, but I think today will probably open a few cracks up, and I'm thinking about myself there too. I'm sure I'll be ready for a little warm down this afternoon.
Right, very good. Well, look, I hope the ride today is good and that the winds do blow in the right direction. Jamie, thanks for your time this morning.
Me too. Thanks for your time, Jeremy.
Jamie Sinclair there, one of the riders taking part in the Tour de Cure, which is due to arrive in Warrnambool today. And then tomorrow there will be some events taking place before the riders depart. There'll be a community breakfast, I understand, on the Civic Green in Warrnambool tomorrow, and some activities as well through till around 9 a.m. And then the riders will be departing from the Civic Green tomorrow in 4 or 5 different